It is big news when it works. Cell phone signals leading rescuers to injured or lost hunters, or police to fleeing thieves, even killers. But when you call 911, will your cell phone help police find you? When you're lost, when your car breaks down, when you're in trouble or trouble is walking your way? This technology is extremely important. More than 3/4 of 911 calls are now made by cell phones. So, knowing that, and armed with a handful of phones, Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker put the system to the test.
Allegan County 911, where's your emergency?
We are both tipped over on Lake Michigan outside of Saugatuck. We are in the water. We're on top of the boat floating.
Okay.
These are the 911 calls dispatchers don't forget, even though in some cases the phone is the real hero.
Okay, well, I got your coordinates. Let me just plug them in here, okay?
Or how about the deer hunter who fell from his Ottawa County tree stand, breaking bones in his back and neck? He was unconscious for 5 hours in the dark before calling 911. It was his cell phone that led rescuers straight to him.
I wouldn't have survived, so.
But then there was this cell call from a scared 3-year-old near Sparta, too young to know where he lived.
Kent County 911, what's your emergency?
Hi,
Hi, this is 911. Who is this?
Ethan.
Ethan? How old are you, Ethan?
Mommy's not waking up.
Mommy's not waking up?
It launched a desperate search by dispatchers and police for Ethan and his mom.
Do you know your colors yet?
Yeah?
Yeah, what color is your house?
No matter how hard dispatchers tried, they couldn't get a location through the cell phone.
Mommy. I guess I'm not waking up.
The police trying to find you, honey. We're trying to make sure we get to your house.
Finally, after half an hour,
Hello, fire police. Hey, son. Are you with him? Hi, we're here.
rescuers revived Ethan's mom. Dispatchers say most people think their cell phones will automatically lead police right to them when they call 911 for help. So we decided to test the system. Working with dispatch centers in West Michigan, Target 8 called 911 from as many as 9 different cell phones at 6 different spots in Grand Rapids, Wyoming, southern and northern Kent County, and in Kalamazoo. 54 911 calls in all.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, this is Ken Kolker from Channel 8.
We called on everything from an iPhone to a 4G Android MyTouch, from flip phones to a $10 track phone.
Hi, this is Ken Kolker from Channel 8 calling.
We made 8 911 calls from inside Camp Hall parking ramp on Monroe in downtown Grand Rapids. But dispatchers could not find us, not once, no matter how fancy the phone. Instead, they thought I was along the Grand River, in a nearby parking lot, across the Grand, 4 blocks away on Ionia, back in that nearby parking lot, across the street from the ramp, back near the river, and finally 12 blocks away.
And you have us near the Admiral gas station at 301 West Fulton.
Not close. It was the AT&T iPhone that would have sent police scrambling a dozen blocks away to Granville Avenue and Logan Street. And it was the $10 track phone that came closest, just across the street from the ramp. The phones we found were least accurate when we were inside.
Calling from underneath a bridge or a parking structure, or calling from a basement of a house, calling from deep inside of a department store.
Or from a corner table at Kelly's Restaurant in Cedar Springs.
This one showed you like by 14951 White Creek Avenue Northeast, which is a daycare center.
That was the T-Mobile 4G Android MyTouch, and that daycare is more than 1.5 miles away. Then there was the AT&T iPhone again, off by more than 4.5 miles.
They're nailing us.
In other tests, they came close, outside Marge's Donut Den in Wyoming, at Woodland Mall, at 84th and US 131, though the AT&T iPhone missed that by 2 miles. And they were close in downtown Kalamazoo, though police say a block away is not close enough in the middle of a city.
Okay, where does that put us? Southeast corner of Bronson Park.
Dispatchers say accuracy depends on technology. Some phones use triangulation, signals bouncing off 3 towers to pinpoint them. and they can actually work better from inside than the phones with built-in GPS.
Each technology has its own limitations.
Phones with the built-in GPS work better outside than in, as long as they have a clear line to a satellite.
The bottom line is know where you are.
I'm Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker.
When we told AT&T officials that our Target 8 investigators found that the iPhone was the least accurate, they asked for specifics, including the make and the model of the phone. We gave them that info, and then they refused to talk about the test results. T-Mobile officials didn't even respond to our request for comment.